All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, another NBA regular season video, and the second All-Star Weekend video of this year. We're going to talk about all the events, three-point contest, slam dunk, maybe a little bit of shooting stars, rising stars, whatever challenge thing. We're going to talk about the rosters a little bit. I already talked about the rosters in another video, but we'll talk about that a little bit. And yeah, we'll talk about what's gonna happen and my feelings about this. And you guys can let me know what you think down below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And let's get right into it here. Um, I have lots of thoughts. I genuinely have a lots of thoughts. Um, First and foremost, um, the we'll call them side events, three-point contest, slam dunk, and shooting stars, whatever that is, are happening on the 14th at 5 p.m. They start at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's talk about this stuff first, since we haven't talked about this. I've been waiting for all this stuff to come out so I can make a video about it, and now we're here. Let's go in order, I guess. Let's talk about the three-point contest here. The three-point contest has been my favorite event over the last couple years. Even when the slam dunk contest and the actual All-Star game haven't been particularly great, I've enjoyed the three-point contest immensely. The participants this year are pretty interesting, I think. We'll start at the bottom here on your screen, bottom right, or bottom left, pardon me. There are some names here that I'm like, oh, okay. Donovan Mitchell, great, cool. Jamal Murray, cool. Bobby Portis is a weird one. Sure, whatever, I guess. He shoots threes. He's a big guy, sure. Norman Powell, first time All Star. Great to see him here. Tyrese Maxey. Oh, also Jamal Murray, first time All Star. Good to see him here as well. Tyrese Maxey, um, Con Knipple, rookie, the only rookie here, and then Devin Booker, one of my favorite players. I think I had Hero, Tyler Hero winning last year for the Miami Heat. I think I had Devin Booker as like a dark horse. He almost made it. I think he almost won it. And then the last one here, the biggest surprise of this, the carting out Damian Lillard off a torn Achilles, a couple months removed. That's it. What was it? Maybe about 10 months removed, 12 months, 12 months, yeah, almost 12 months removed from an Achilles injury. Um, he wants to participate in the three-point contest. Here he is. Um, sure, card him out there. Well, let's see. Who do I think is going to win? I think in my opinion, like the odds-on favorite by like the masses would probably be Maxi. I want to say, I want to say it's going to be Khan, Booker, or Norman Powell. I think those are like ones I could definitely see winning it. Um, Especially Khan. I think it's between Khan and Norm for me. I like those two as my picks, the top two picks, and then Booker as the third. Maybe as like a dark horse, Damian Lillard. I have to see how he's moving out there. He hasn't played basketball. Well, I shouldn't say he hasn't played basketball. He hasn't done anything truly competitive in 12 months. So, well, not even 12. Has it been? Has it been 12 months? No, it's been less than 12 months. Yeah, it's been less than 12 months. But yeah, I, I don't know. The 3-point contest just doesn't feel right without Steph Curry. It doesn't feel right without Klay Thompson. Um, it just doesn't hit the same, and I guess it's something we're gonna have to get used to. They're gonna cart this sort of group out, every now and then. Booker, Mitchell, Murray. Probably Khan's gonna be a multiple time 3-point contest participant. He shoots the ball great. Um, Tyrese probably. I just, I just don't know. It just doesn't have the same. It doesn't hit the same. It doesn't have the same, vibe to it. But it's my favorite event. I hope it still does well. It's probably the one I pay the most attention to uh, during this weekend, during this All Star weekend, and All Star weekends have passed. Um, yeah, uh, yeah. This is still my favorite event. I hope it doesn't go badly. Moving on to the next thing here, and I just want to be very clear. This video is not supposed to be negative. It's gonna come off very negative at times because I think just everything surrounding the All Star game is just mediocre now. I truly think it's just mediocre at best. And there's a lot of reasons for that we could dig deeper into. I don't really want to get into in this video, but The next thing, the thing that's been going even worse, probably equally as bad as the All Star game in the last couple years, the slam dunk contest, top right of your screen. Um, if I'm a casual fan, I'm like, who are these people? Who are these guys? Who are they? And to those guys, to those casual fans, I agree with you. I know who these people are, but we used to have real stars compete in the dunk contest. We used to have real people, like actual, like 10 years ago, we had the greatest all star dunk contest, slam dunk contest ever. Um, in 2016, we had the greatest one ever, and 10 years later, you still haven't been able to get it right. You still haven't been able to get all star, actual all stars to compete in the slam dunk contest anymore. And no disrespect to these guys, I just hope they do something innovative, because if you're just doing like back scratching dunks and like side windmills and like between the legs, like okay, I've seen that. Try something new, try something different, And the NBA couldn't even get Mac McClung to come out for a third time, I believe it is, to try to do something. And Mac McClung has been one of the most innovative dunkers in the dunk contest over the past 10 years. Everybody else has done the same thing. Um, I Let's go through the names. Let's go through the names. It's cut off on the top of your screen. I apologize for that. I kind of cropped it wrong. But from left to right, we got Carter Bryant from the San Antonio Spurs. We got Jackson Hayes from the Los Angeles Lakers. We got Keyshawn. I don't even know who this guy is. Keisha Johnson, and Jace Richardson, son of son of an NBA player. I forget his first name, but Richardson. Um, yeah, Richardson. Yeah. Um, what do who do I think is gonna win this? Um, Quentin Richardson. That's what I'm thinking of. Quentin Richardson, son of Quentin Richardson, Jason Richardson. Couldn't think of the name. Who do I think is gonna win this? Can I be honest? I'm gonna be so honest with you. I I think Jackson Hayes. This is an easy layup for Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes is really athletic. I don't know if he's gonna have the creativity to do it, but based off the inaccurate, the biased scoring that the scorers do, watching this, I think if Jackson Hayes just nails all his dunks first try, even if they're the most basic dunks ever, he could probably win this easily. And runner up, maybe Jace Richardson. I saw something funny on Twitter that was like they just put Jace Richardson so he could put his dad's jersey on for one dunk. And I swear to God, if I see this kid wearing his dad's jersey and he's in some average dunk, I'm going to laugh my ass off. Because man, the, nobody has done anything creative except Mac McClung in this slam dunk contest for like 10 years now. It's embarrassing. And I think it's time, and I said this about the All Star game too. I think it's time we make the slam dunk contest like every 2 to 3 years. We just we can't be having this every year. There just isn't enough people that want to do it. There isn't enough hype around it anymore. People hate it. I'd be so intrigued to see the numbers, like the actual viewing numbers, when like we go from 3 point contest to whatever the second event is to the slam dunk. Um, how much the viewership goes up and down, how many people turn off, how many people like tune out, how many people switch channels. I'd be so interested to see those numbers. But I don't want to say I hate this. I just hate what the slam dunk contest has become. As somebody who had the pleasure of watching that 2016 slam dunk contest live, and how enjoyable it was and how entertaining it was, and the back and forth battle Zach Levine and Aaron Gordon did 10 years ago, to go from that to this. And hey, if these guys do something different and it's actually a contest and like it's a back and forth between like two of these guys, cool. I'm gonna give you a round of applause because you might have just saved the dunk contest. But from here, starting at the beginning of this week, and we'll get these events at the end of the week. I'm not holding my breath for this to be spectacular. I'm just not. I'm just not. Um, Moving on here to the I forgot this thing even existed. the Shooting Stars, whatever event this is, um, I'm just gonna read you what the NBA posted. I'm just gonna read you what the NBA posted. The 2026 Kia Shooting Stars game to be hosted NBA All Star Saturday, 5 p.m. on NBA NBC/Peacock. The Kia Shooting Stars will feature two-round format with all three of the teams competing in the first round, and the top two advancing to the final round. Teams will at compete one at a time to have 1 minute and 10 seconds to score a point while rotating through the designated shooting locations around the court, with all three players on a team shooting at each spot in a set order. The team with the higher score in the final round will be crowned champion. I'm gonna be honest with you. Adam Silver, commissioner of the NBA, whoever comes up with these multiple team events, because I have a problem with the multiple team events as a whole. What the heck is this? What is this? I listen. I know people didn't watch. I know people don't like the skills challenge. The skill challenge is kind of done because everybody can dribble and shoot now. It's kind of over. Nobody cares about it. The last year was probably the last year they're ever gonna do it. Um, this ain't it either. This is horse with more steps. This is literally horse or pig or whatever, just with more steps. Notice how I don't have the teams on the screen for the shooting stars, whatever event contest thing this is, because I know you guys don't care, and I'm gonna tell you who's on these teams, and I'm gonna tell you it's a load of BS. It's a load of BS. Let me read these teams for you, right? You got Team Harper, the Harper family. You got Ron Harper Sr. You got Ron Harper Jr. You got Dylan Harper, the three Harpers. Um, sure, you got Team Cameron. Cameron, not Cameron. Cameron. Duke alumni. Corey Maggette. Uh, um, Jalen Johnson. Con Knipple. Sure. You got Team Knicks. You got Allen Houston. You got Carl Anthony Towns. You got Jalen Brunson, and then you got Team All Star with Richard Hamilton and Chet Holmgren and Scotty Barnes. Who came up with this? I just want to know. I just want to talk to them. Like, why is this a thing? Why are we doing this? Just don't have an event. And I get it. And I get the NBA is a business, right? I get that. I completely get that. And you sponsors make the world go round, right? Kia said you got to find something or we ain't doing it, whatever the hell it is. Whatever the hell the case is. Um I just don't understand this. And by that I mean I understand the concept of what's going on. The event, the format, whatever. Just just give the people what they want. Do a one-on-one tournament. Do like 3-on-3, and let's get some actual guys in this game. Like I want more Chet. I want more Scotty Barnes type guys. I want more Jalen Brunson. I want more Karl Anthony Towns. No disrespect to Jalen Johnson. No disrespect to Con Knipple. I, I'm gonna see Jalen Johnson in the All Star game. I don't care. I don't care if he's in another thing. Like I don't. And then like cool, like the legacy team, like the Harpers, senior, junior, Dylan Harper. Um, cool. I don't know why we're still trying to like do a third event when like historically the third event hasn't worked. Just do slam dunk and do the 3-point contest. That's it. You're barely holding on to the dunk contest. Just and you're putting something right in between the two. There doesn't need to be something right in between the two. Just keep the two events and get rid of the third one. And like I said, why you just get rid of the dunk contest? Like, let's just do the 3-point contest. Let's just do it. Let's get. I have an idea. Let's get the best shooter or the second best shooter from every NBA team. And let's just do a full 2 hours of everybody shooting from each NBA team. Let's just do a full hour of that, full 2 hours of that. How about that? And we'll just watch that because that'll probably be far more entertaining than whatever the shooting stars thing is. Just watching guys shoot the ball and get real competitive about it. Like whoever percentage wise or however they want to do it, is the best shooter on every NBA team. Get them in the 3 point contest, call the 3 point extravaganza, the 3 point festival, whatever the hell you want to call it, and let's go. Let's do that instead, because I don't. This is something you like turn this off to go watch something else, or you go like make dinner or something between at the shooting stars. You just I just don't understand. I don't like it. I don't. Um, Now I'm just rambling. Moving on to the final event of the second night, because this is a how do you say this, 2 night event. Um, yeah, 2 night event. Yeah, the 15th is the actual games, All Star games. Um, and these events are on the 14th, like I said. Um, Moving on to the actual All Star game, and I did not have a chance to talk about these rosters. We talked about who got selected to be an All Star, and now we have the actual rosters. To make it even more convoluted for you guys and for me and for every fan, there are gonna be 3 teams this year, like I've said in previous videos. There'll be 3 teams this year. Um, there's gonna be U.S. Stars, U.S. Stripes, and Team World, or Team USA Stripes, Team USA Stars, however the hell they're gonna say it. Um, I've been very open and honest that I don't think we need 3 teams. I just don't. They're just making it more convoluted, making it worse. You're making it worse by diluting the fact that some of these people are all stars. Now I'm not saying none of these guys don't deserve to be all stars, but you're diluting that perk, that accolade, and I understand why you have 3 teams. You want to sell more jerseys. 3 teams, more jerseys, sell more jerseys. There's a bunch of other things behind it that I understand it from a business perspective. Um, by the way, I don't have the jerseys. I just remembered I don't have the jerseys in front of you guys. But the jerseys, they're okay. Some people like them. I just think they're eh. They're eh. Nothing to write home about. Um, but let's go through these teams. U.S. Stars, the red team. We'll go red team. Yeah, red team. Um, that team is going to consist of Scotty Barnes, Devin Booker, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren, Anthony Edwards, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Johnson, Tyrese Maxey. That's a great team right there. That's a really good team. Really good team. Um, I believe they did a draft for this. I didn't watch that. But they did a draft for that. Whoever drafted this team, A plus. Um, then you got the other USA team, with no big, the blue team, uh, Team Stripes. Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Donovan Mitchell, Nolan Powell. Um, a much older team, a much smaller team, and a team that I don't love, but it could work out. I mean, what, you're gonna have Kawhi or LeBron at the 5? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I love that. Um, yeah, I don't love this team. I like the red team better. And then the the, the silver team, I guess, the Team World, with all the international players that I'm gonna say right now, I think this team is gonna win. I think this team is gonna wipe the floor with any combination of whatever USA team you're gonna put together. Um, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Denny Avdia, Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Pascal Siakam, Karl Anthony Towns, Victor Wembanyama. I believe Karl Anthony Towns is a replacement for Denny, who is not going to play in the All Star game. I think he's still recovering from his injury, so Karl Anthony Towns will take his spot. I believe that is what's going to happen. Um, yeah, I just don't. I don't. The 3 teams is just so, it's underwhelming to me, and I think people wanted USA versus World, but they wanted it in a less convoluted and less ridiculous format. I'm gonna read to you how they're gonna do this, because I had to look this up, and this is on NBA.com, and this is FAQs, frequently asked questions. Um, where did I? Where is the? Uh, I'm gonna read you guys the format for this games, yeah, games. In a new US versus World format for the 2026 All Star Game, two teams of US players and one team of international players, known as Team World, will compete in a round robin tournament featuring 12-minute games. Three teams will have will each have a minimum of 8 players. In the round robin tournament, Team A will play Team B in Game 1. The winning team of Game 1 will take on Team C in Game 2, followed by the losing team of Game 1 meeting Team C in Game 3. After Game 3, the top teams by record will advance to face each other in the championship game, Game 4. If all three teams have a one-win record after 3 games, the tiebreaker would be decided in a point differential each team's round robin game. Yeah, I I don't know who thought of this. Again, I want to talk to who thought of this and who thought this was a good idea and who thought that this would capture people's attention. 'Cause it's definitely something. I'll give you that. It's something. Is it something good? I just can I be I saw this a while ago and this even more confirms it. Adam Silver is obsessed with tournaments. He just wants a tournament for everything. Just multiple teams doing multiple things, point differential. If it's tied 1-1, everybody's tied up. These guys playing those guys, playing these guys, playing those guys, these guys playing these guys again, and then the winner of this game actually is the winner of this. It blows my mind. I said this last year about the All Star game too, and I'll say it again here. I think All Star games as a whole are just dying. Like they're just we've run out of ideas, or the collective generation that we're in, my generation, the generation after me, um, generation before me, um, are just not interested in All Star games anymore. Whether it be NFL, um, NHL, MLB. I don't even know if soccer has an All Star game. Do they have an All Star game? I'm not even sure. But like nobody cares anymore. It's just like, and I've said this also. I think at a certain point we've reached the point where, hey, we just can't have the game anymore as an NBA, and this will never happen because the NBA makes so much money from the All Star game. But as a collective, there just shouldn't be a game. You should just give somebody the All Star nod, put a little patch on their jersey like they're doing, and send them on their way, and make it an additional thing to an All NBA appearance. But the game doesn't need to happen. My biggest fix for this, and I will say this every year until they do it, and then I'm gonna hopefully look like Nostradamus and be like, oh my god, they finally did my idea. I think we need to move the NBA Cup back a few weeks. Let's do the NBA Cup at All Star Weekend instead of the All Star Game. And maybe, hey, let's say maybe we still do an All Star game, but it's like half the game. It's like a half court game or something, or like like whoever wants to come can play. Like there are so many guys who I think would play, who would want to play. Um, and there are guys who will still get the nod, but hey, if you don't want to play, you don't have to play. And then we know who doesn't want to play. But like I think Scotty Barnes would play in that. I think Cade Cunningham. I think Jalen Duren. I think Chet Holmgren. I think Jalen Johnson, Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, Norman Powell, Denny, Luca, actually not Luca, Shea, Jamal, Pascal, Victor. Yeah, like let these players choose if they want to play, and if they don't want to play, we know who these players are who don't want to play. Let's do that. Let's put the NBA Cup at All Star Weekend. Maybe we do it on the day before, and then we have the All Star Game, quote unquote. Half court. 3-on-3, whatever the hell you want to do, game on a different day. Let's figure this out because this is just awful. This is either this is gonna be, and I'm not holding my breath for this. Either gonna be a somewhat above average All Star game, All Star weekend, I should say, as a whole, or this is gonna be one of the worst ones ever. And I genuinely don't know which one it's gonna be at this point. The more stuff I've seen over the last couple of days when these events were announced, they came out, and all the stuff and the participants came out. I I'm like, okay, sure. And I shake my head. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. We'll see what happens. Yeah. The other thing I want to note here, maybe I should just read this FAQ real quick. Um, there's nothing here. Yeah, there's nothing here that I haven't already told you guys. So good. I did my job without reading the article. Other thing I want to know here, just quickly at the end, because it's All Star Weekend, I want you guys, as my viewers, to pay close attention to the All Star Weekend, and the NBA sometimes likes to do this. They like to sneak things in at the end of All Star Weekend, during All Star Weekend. They like to sneak it in a little bit, some like breaking news or something like. I For those who don't know, the All Star Game is in LA, but the Clippers were sort of caught in this little, paying Kawhi Leonard on the back end, sort of controversy, scandal, and a punishment has yet to be dealt. And a punishment might be coming after this All Star weekend. So keep that in mind. The other thing that I thought was interesting that I've seen floating around as well is that the Clippers, the host team, it's their home arena, recently sold off a lot of their talent. James Harden to Cleveland, Vitsa Zubac to the Pacers. There could be some sort of punishment coming for the Clippers as well. Um, and they're getting ahead of that and getting off some of their assets and recouping some assets and all that stuff. Just keep that in mind. I just want to put that out there for you guys to pay attention to because NBA always manages to sneak something like, and everyone's like, "Whoa, I didn't see this coming." It's like they always try to sneak it out after All Star game or during the All Star weekend. Like, "Oh, this is coming out. This person's gonna get punished. Kawhi Leonard's gonna get suspended or whatever. Steve Ballmer's gonna get punished." Um, or whoever was involved in the scandal of paying Kawhi Leonard on the back end that's within the NBA's reach because the NBA can only do so much. Um, they can only punish who's actually active in their league. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get an update on the Chauncey Billups stuff as well. We'll see about that. The investigation on him. But yeah, I just want to mention that here, and then you guys will get your regularly scheduled stuff once more this week. We had some great games this weekend, but I just wanted to talk about this All Star stuff. I knew this would take up a huge chunk of time. Not my longest video recently, but one of try to keep it under 30 minutes. I haven't been successful. We're under 30 minutes now, so yeah, we're gonna cut it there. We're gonna stop it there. Um, there are games. Let's see. There are games all this week up until Thursday. We have Milwaukee at Orlando tonight. We have Oklahoma in Los Angeles to play the Lakers tonight. Um, And then on Wednesday, we have New York and Philly to play the Sixers. And then we have San Antonio in Golden State to play the Warriors. And then Thursday, we have Milwaukee at Oklahoma. And then we have Dallas in Los Angeles to play the Lakers. And then it's All Star weekend. So we'll talk about some of those games, talk about some standings heading into All Star weekend. And you guys will get a review, a look back at my preseason predictions, see which ones we got right, which ones we got wrong, and all that good stuff. So, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers.